In the dynamic landscape of the financial markets, exchange-traded funds (ETFs) have become increasingly popular among investors seeking diversified exposure to specific sectors. One such ETF that has captured the attention of market participants is the SPDR S&P Aerospace and Defense ETF, XAR. Positioned within the Industrials ETFs category, XAR claims to provide a unique investment opportunity through a smart beta approach. This article aims to conduct a thorough analysis of XAR, evaluating its strengths, weaknesses, and overall suitability as a robust investment option. Understanding XAR's investment approach. The SPDR S&P Aerospace and Defense ETF employs a smart beta strategy, seeking to outperform traditional market capitalization-weighted indices. This approach involves a meticulous selection of securities based on various factors beyond market capitalization. For XAR, the focus lies within the aerospace and defense sector, offering investors exposure to a niche industry known for its resilience and stability. Examining the aerospace and defense sector. Before delving into the intricacies of XAR, it is imperative to understand the broader aerospace and defense sector. Historically, this sector has exhibited characteristics that make it appealing to investors during various market conditions. Geopolitical tensions, government defense spending, and technological advancements are key factors influencing the performance of companies within this sector. By extension, XAR's performance is intricately tied to the fortunes of the aerospace and defense industry. Strengths of XAR. Diversification across market caps. XAR's smart beta approach extends beyond traditional market capitalization weighting. This strategy enables investors to access a diversified portfolio that includes companies of varying sizes within the aerospace and defense sector. This diversification could potentially reduce risk and enhance returns. Industry resilience. The aerospace and defense sector has historically demonstrated resilience in the face of economic downturns. Government defense spending tends to remain robust even during challenging economic times, providing a stable revenue stream for companies in this industry. XAR's concentration in this sector positions it favorably in terms of stability. Potential for innovation. With technological advancements playing a pivotal role in the aerospace and defense industry, XAR's constituents may benefit from ongoing innovation. The ETF's exposure to companies driving technological progress in this sector could result in long-term growth potential. Weaknesses of XAR. Geopolitical sensitivity. The aerospace and defense industry is highly sensitive to geopolitical events. Changes in government policies, international tensions, or shifts in global alliances can significantly impact the sector. Investors in XAR need to be mindful of these external factors that may introduce volatility to the ETF's performance. Dependency on government spending. While government defense spending contributes to the sector's stability, it also poses a risk. XAR's performance is closely tied to the decisions and budget allocations of government entities. Any fluctuations or reductions in defense budgets could adversely affect the ETF. Cyclicality challenges. Despite its historical resilience, the aerospace and defense sector is not immune to economic cycles. Periods of economic downturn may still pose challenges for companies within the industry. XAR investors should be prepared for potential cyclicality in the ETF's performance. Performance metrics and historical analysis. To determine XAR's strength as an investment option, a comprehensive analysis of performance metrics and historical data is imperative. Factors such as expense ratios, return on investment, and volatility need to be scrutinized. Additionally, comparing XAR's performance against relevant benchmarks can provide insights into its ability to outperform traditional market indices. Expense ratio. The expense ratio of an ETF is a critical factor for investors, as it directly impacts returns. XAR's expense ratio should be evaluated in comparison to its peers within the aerospace and defense ETF space. Return on investment. Assessing XAR's historical returns relative to its risk profile is crucial. A comprehensive examination of long-term performance can provide insights into the ETF's ability to generate consistent returns for investors. Volatility analysis. Volatility is inherent in financial markets, but the degree of volatility can vary among different ETFs. Evaluating XAR's volatility, especially during periods of market turbulence, is essential for investors seeking a balanced risk-return profile. Comparative analysis. Comparing XAR's performance against relevant benchmarks, such as traditional market indices or other aerospace and defense ETFs, can help investors gauge its relative strength and identify potential areas of outperformance. Conclusion. The SPDR S&P Aerospace and Defense ETF, XAR, presents investors with a unique opportunity to gain exposure to the aerospace and defense sector through a smart beta approach. By diversifying across market caps and focusing on innovation within the industry, XAR aims to deliver returns beyond what traditional market capitalization-weighted indices may offer. However, investors must carefully consider the inherent risks associated with the aerospace and defense sector, including geopolitical sensitivity, dependency on government spending, and cyclicality challenges. These factors can introduce volatility and impact the ETF's performance. A thorough examination of XAR's performance metrics and historical data is essential for informed decision-making. By scrutinizing expense ratios, return on investment, volatility, and conducting a comparative analysis, investors can assess whether XAR aligns with their investment goals and risk tolerance. In conclusion, while XAR's smart beta strategy and focus on the aerospace and defense sector may appeal to certain investors, a comprehensive understanding of its strengths and weaknesses is paramount. Only through diligent analysis and consideration of individual investment objectives can investors determine whether the SPDR S&P Aerospace and Defense ETF is a strong and suitable addition to their portfolio.